So good day everyone. Welcome to the Nassau State University Kefi Open Distance e-learning center. My name is Yunana Kefas, a lecturer with the Department of Computer Science, Nassau State University Kefi. I'll be your facilitator for this course, excuse me, titled Introduction to Computer Science, course code CMP111. So for today, we are going to begin the class with study section 1 titled Introduction to Computer System. The learning outcomes of this study session includes a brief history and background of computing, explain in brief the overview and features of a typical computer system. You should be able to understand the core functionalities and applications of computers, explain the different types, classification, and components of a computer. Explain some of the advantages and disadvantages of computer. As a way of introduction, as we are all aware, computers are devices that process data according to instructions using hardware and software. They evolved from mechanical devices to modern digital computers, just like the way we have them today, with significant milestones and key figures. The basic computer architecture includes or consists of the central processing unit CPU, memory, input, output devices, and motherboards, some of which we are going to be looking at in more detail shortly. Definition. So formally, a computer has been defined as an electronic device, that performs various tasks, which includes computation, data processing, information storage, communication, and running software programs. So, from historical background, before the early beginnings, human beings were known to use, sticks, stones, bones to count and quantify, items. But with the advancement in technology, it has given birth to devices, early mechanical devices, which includes abacus, pascaline, step reckoner, difference engine, analytical engine, and tabulating machine. But of interest is one of those mechanical devices, the analytical engine that was invented that has, the blueprint of a modern computer. So the analytical engine actually earned its founder a name to be the father of the computer, making reference to Charles Babbage. Generations of computers. So the terms generation of computer has to do with the technological advancement that happens within a specific time period. The computer industry has evolved through 5 major generations, with each generation, having smaller or more advanced circuits, thereby enhancing speed, memory, and also computing power. So the first generation of computers that was around 1940s to 1950s use what is referred to as the vacuum tubes for CPU and memory. But with the some of the looking at some of the disadvantages the early generation or the first generation of computers have in terms of occupying huge amount of space and then generation of heat. The vacuum tubes was replaced with a device, the transistors, in the second generation. So the second generation that were around 1950s to 1960s used cheaper, more compact transistors for faster performance. And then the third generation that were around 1960s to 1970s, I use what is referred to as integrated circuits for increased power and reduced cost. So the idea of the third generation is the collection of these transistors in their numbers that are built on the surface of a semiconducting material, uh, where it started with germanium and then was replaced with silicon chip. And then in the fourth generation, that was around 1970s to 1980s, instead of, or we saw an increase in the number of transistors in terms of very large scale integration circuits for compact, powerful and affordable computers. And then the fifth generation, between 1980 to what we have today, we saw the introduction of ultra large scale integration technology, and then thereby enabling microprocessors chips with 10 million electronic components or more than, and then also using parallel processing abilities or architectures, and also AI capabilities, hardware, software, and basic applications. A typical computer systems, consist of hardware, software, and then basic applications. With software managing the hardware, and then application software handling specific tasks like word processing and image editing for the users. We have various types of computer system, which can take in the form of either personal computers that are designed for individual use, or could have them form of workstations that are high performance computers, mostly optimized for video editing and scientific computing. We also have them in form of servers that provide network services such as uh, you know email services or file servers. We also have mainframes that are large, high performance computers used by organizations for large data processing. We also have supercomputers that are powerful, computers used for complex scientific calculations and simulations. They often feature, parallel processing capabilities. We also have embedded systems that are specialized computers built into devices for specific tasks, like in refrigerators or microwave ovens. Characteristics and feature of computers. Computers are actually powerful devices or tools that can process data at incredible speeds, with some models processing billions of calculations per second. So one of the first characteristics of a computer we can look at it as speed. They are accurate, reliable, and can store large amounts of data. They can perform multiple tasks concurrently or simultaneously, and they can be connected to other computers, a form of network, and then the internet. They can be programmed to automate repetitive tasks, offer versatility. By versatility, we mean can perform different functions almost concurrently. And then another feature again is that they are scalable, portability, and often offer user-friendly interfaces. Functions and applications of computers. So computers are utilized in various fields, such as data processing, communication in education, entertainment industry, creative works, involving works of art, business operations, in medical applications in the health sector, scientific research, transportation, and environmental monitoring, among others. Classification advantages and disadvantages of computers. So for the classifications, computers can be classified, based on various criteria, which includes size, purpose, functionality, architecture, and operating system they use. So in terms of size, they can take in the form of supercomputers, mainframe, mini computers, microcomputers, handheld devices, personal computers, workstations, servers, embedded systems. And then in terms of purpose, we can have general purpose or specific purpose. Then in terms of functionality, they can take in the form of either analog devices or analog computers, digital computers, or what is referred to as a hybrid. So by hybrid, we have such computers that have the abilities or capabilities, or rather features, of both the analog and digital systems. Then in terms of architecture, we have the von Neumann or the Harvard architecture and operating systems. which can be Windows, Mac OS or Linux, as the case may be. Advantages of computers. So computers offer several advantages, which includes speed, efficiency, automation, storage, communication, among others. They possess, or they rather process vast amounts of data quickly, automate repetitive tasks, and provide easy access to information. They also enable global communication through tools like email and video conferencing worldwide. Just like we made mention of some of the several advantages of computers, they also come up with several disadvantages. So some of the disadvantages include long computer use can lead to health issues. So prolonged use of computers can often lead to health related issues. It could be maybe back pain or serious fatigue. Another disadvantage is decreased social interaction. We also have issues that surrounding security risks, high cost of computers and some related devices. We also have environmental degradation, whereby if these computing devices or parts are not properly disposed, they tend to, uh, provide environmental degradation. And also, we saw job displacement. We've seen instances whereby computers have replaced certain job functions in the workforce, especially in certain industries. Like if you look at industries that have call centers, or even in the health sectors, there there are actually situation whereby uh, involving increased reliance on computers in these industries. Another disadvantages also has to do with the increased isolation and potential hacking by hackers. So, summary of study session one. The in this study session, we provide an in-depth understanding of computer systems from historical point of view, including their fundamental components like CPU, memory, storage, and we also distinguish between hardware and software. And we also highlighted the benefits, disadvantages, and the diverse applications of computers. So, since we have come to the end of study session one, it is expected for you to, assess your learning by answering the self-assessment questions and also double checking them using self assessment notes at the end of the sessions. So for SAQ 1.1, the question is identify and describe the fundamental components of a computer system. SAQ 1.2 question, distinguish between hardware and software and also provide example of each. SAQ 1.3, describe the various types of software and provide examples of each. SAQ 1.4, explain the benefits and drawbacks of using computers. So thank you and see you in the next class.